This cake is the best marble loaf cake ever because it's so fluffy, so moist, and it's super delicious. Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very decadent, moist and fluffy marble cake that you're absolutely going to love. So before starting or before beginning making this cake, you're going to preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, and then you're going to line your baking tin ready for the cake batter by spreading some margarine, and if you don't have margarine you can use cooking spray like mine, and then you're going to line with parchment paper ready for the batter. So as the oven is preheating, I'm going to be making my batter. So over here I have 1 cup of margarine. If you don't have margarine, you can use softened butter. I'm going to use my mixer and fluff up my margarine a little bit. When the margarine has turned from yellow to pale white, I'm going to be adding in my sugar. I'm using granulated sugar, but if you have caster sugar, you can use that as well. So I'm going to add my sugar in my bowl. Mix. Scrape the sides of my bowl using a spatula. Make sure everything is well combined. Then next I'm going to be adding in my eggs one at a time. I'm going to crack my egg in a small bowl just to make sure the eggs are fresh. Add in my second egg. Then using high speed, I'm going to beat my batter until everything is nice and smooth. This is how my batter is looking, and it's looking so good and smooth. So you're going to beat your batter for around 3 to 4 minutes until everything is very light. As you can see, this is going to add a lot of moisture to your cake. So next I'm going to be adding in my vanilla essence. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and then I'm going to mix. Once done, it's time for my dry ingredients. So I'm going to be using 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and you'll find everything listed in the description box down below, together with some of my videos, other baking videos, so you can check out the description box down below. Yeah, so I'm going to add in a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and then next I'm going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda. At this point I'm going to go in with my spatula, mix the rising agents into the batter, and then now it's time to add in my buttermilk and flour. So I'm going to add in intervals, fold in, Add in some buttermilk. So for this recipe, I chose to use buttermilk. So if you don't have buttermilk and you have milk in the house, you can add a 1/4 cup of white vinegar to your milk and let the milk sit for around 5 minutes. That is going to, the outcome is going to be my buttermilk. Yeah. The rest of the buttermilk and fold in. Scrape the bottom of the bowl just to make sure everything is combined into the batter. And my batter is ready. So I'm going to divide the batter in two. So I'm going to pick a small bowl. Add some of the butter, half of the butter. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of cacao powder. I'm going to add to a small sieve that is thrifted. So don't ask me where you can get such. And then I'm going to sieve in the cacao powder. This is to avoid lumps because cocoa or cacao powder usually has a lot of lumps. So I'm going to fold in my cacao powder into the batter. Make sure I scrape the bottom of the bowl to make sure everything is combined. Next, I'm going to be adding in my butter. So I'm going to use 2 spoons to scoop in my butter into the loaf pan. So I'm trying to make a pattern for my marble cake. When I'm done adding the butter, I'm going to tap my tin until the butter is leveled. When done, I'm going to bake my cake at 180 degrees Celsius for 50 minutes or until you insert a skewer and it comes out clean. Then I'm going to cool the cake for 10 minutes in the loaf tin, and then invert it and let the cake cool for a further 20 to 30 minutes or until completely cool. This cake is the best marble loaf cake ever because it's so fluffy, so moist, and it's super delicious. So I hope you try out this amazing recipe and make yourself this decadent cake.